Alrighty, time to do this thing. Tape is rolling, getting ready to go live. On the radio. On the radio. Here.
My vape is broken.
Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia, and no other freaking better place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch with no other than the dynamic duo, Laz and
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with... Who are you again? It's been so long I can't remember.
The Death Bunny.
I don't know.
I'm Laz.
Oh.
And that's Jack. That's right.
Are you
I don't know.
I don't know.
Am I supposed to be somebody else today?
Doing.
Did somebody not get me the memo? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
But it's one of those things. I mean, this week's been so short.
It's been a weird week, and of course, welcome to today's show, boys and girls. It is Thursday, September 6, 2018, here inside Trinity Avatar, and of course, yes, it has been a short and weird week, but happy to report that all the electrical has been updated and changed out. The generator's all set up. Now we just got to get the gas hooked up and
wait for rain.
And we're ready for hurricane season and all that good fun stuff. And of course, welcome everybody joining us out there. Botox, Eagle, Envy. And of course...
So now in your yard, I forgot to ask you this. Now do you have one of those big giant propane tanks?
No, we're actually that's going in the ground. I'm putting a 250-gallon tank in the ground, so it's not visible. Okay. So the actual generator just looks, it's you know what the Generac looks like.
Yeah, I know what it
like.
Nice
and unobtrusive, just sitting off to the side in the back, and
put a plastic cover on that puppy, and you'll never know it's there.
That's right. Actually, we're gonna build a fence around it. We put a little. Put its own little fence so that, I don't know why, but that's what's going to happen.
Well, that's when you find one of your artist friends to come and paint it for you.
I just have him paint it green and make it look like the rest of the lawn and camouflage it. So if you're looking down, it just looks like the rest of the house and the fence. Yeah, there's an idea. There's an idea. I like that idea.
Some urban camo.
Yeah, well, anyway.
Yeah.
Skeggy, thank you very much. And, of course, Skeggy is going to be joining us over at SodaCon this year. And looking forward to hanging with Skeggy and getting to meeting him in person and all that fun stuff. Of course, looking forward to meeting a whole bunch of people. And it's going to be an event. That's all I'm going to say.
That means I have to talk to people.
Yeah, well, I see you bought a ticket, so at least I know you plan to attend this year.
Hey, man, I even got my tickets for the King's Feast already.
Did you?
And I've got my King's Feast cloak.
Oh, good.
Or I should say,
show it to the folks?
The King's Dinner. Hold on. Trade.
Let's take a look at that. I hadn't done anything with that yet. This is
Yeah, this is the King's Dinner 2018 cloak. You can go to the forums and find the post on it, which I do not have handy, or do I?
No, I didn't have it handy either. It wasn't Wasn't part of the news updates today because we got shit tons of updates to get to.
Yeah.
And we had patches yesterday.
I know we're going to get to it. The King's Dinner, I actually do have the post. I don't actually know why I have the post handy, but I do. But the King's Dinner is it technically part of SodaCon? I know it's Winfield heading it up, but
no,
it is.
Technically, it is being headed up by Winfield.
Yeah, by Winfield.
And again, moving on, we'll get to that later.
Yep. But yeah, we got lots of stuff.
Yes, Release 57 live stream coming up tomorrow, and we got patch notes, we've got stand-up notes, we've got all sorts of commentary out there on the boards. Apparently nobody knew Portalarium was moving, so that's a hot topic again. And I had to laugh about that. And apparently, again, just folks don't read or don't check out the news. But we also have a very, very big announcement because we need your help. Specifically, the Airy Fund needs your help. And even more specifically, our good friend Bob the Builder needs your help. And this is why I wanted to move on, because I want to get to this today. And
you want to spend all day talking about
come
this,
on, man. Cult of Bob, man. Cult of Bob. And, of course, I had to come out and show the support today and tell everybody about this. Because what a lot of people don't know was that this is something that actually was done and taken care of just, I guess we started this about a month ago, a little less than a month ago. And
after we heard about it,
after the Airy Fund had heard what was going on, the board of directors got together and issued emergency relief right off the bat, I want to say. And after doing so, realized that there was more relief needed, and hence now we have a GoFundMe.
Laz, we also need to preface what actually happened. So
yes, well, that's why I want to get this up on screen and do all this stuff here.
So Bob was laid off during part of Portalarium's layoffs or reduction in force, and he was fighting with Texas Workforce Commission, and he ended up running into a gap in insurance coverage. So he didn't elect to take the COBRA coverage, which would have continued on. And so he sought a private insurance to provide some sort of coverage, but it didn't kick in for a few days. And then he was at home. Bob has, according to, from what we've heard, also has MS, and he tripped and at his house and broke 9 ribs.
Ouch. Yes. Broke
without having
ribs.
Insurance in the U.S. And so in the U.S., that ambulance bill comes in at a couple $1,000.
Just for a 5-minute ride.
Yeah. Then after that,
I know it's not
the hospital
5
stay,
minutes
everything else. Yeah. No, nothing's 5 minutes in Austin. I was stuck at a light for 5 minutes yesterday.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah. So, for the weird thing is Bob is such a humble guy. He wasn't trying to ask for anybody's help. And he didn't post any of this on Facebook. So nobody knew until Justin actually reached out to him and said, "Hey, how's it going?"
"Hey, how you doing, Bob? Haven't heard from you in a while."
And that's when Bob responded with a long email of everything that had happened. And then at first she's like,
"Well, One thing led to the other. The Airy Fund stepped in after getting wind of it, and we've done what the Airy Fund does.
Absolutely.
Again,
and
there's all this is out here for you all to go read, and of course there is a GoFundMe as well linked, and I'll bring this up for you guys as well. You can read all about this in both places. Now, of course, thanks to the awesome community and the cult of Bob out there, as this was started just yesterday, and over $1,600 of the $2,500 goal has already been raised. Now, of course, this $2,500 goal will help make Bob, as we say, whole and get those bills taken care of. But we're keeping in mind that he is still currently looking for employment, has other bills still piling up, and any additional funds raised will still go to Bob to help him defray those costs.
All these funds are actually going straight to Bob.
Absolutely.
It's not,
but I'm just telling people that if they see the goal is met, they can continue to donate, is what I'm saying. Don't just stop because the goal's been met. All this is going to help our good friend Bob Cooksey. And of course, you all know him, you all love him. The only guy who I've ever seen in a full-grown bunny suit as a man. I mean, we've all been there as kids, but he's the only and for Bob's stature. I mean, Bob is what, like 6 foot?
Oh yeah,
4, something like that. I mean, that's just something else. It's a sight to be seen, and of course, loads of folks have come out. I've seen. I'm just looking at some of the names here. Heart of Britannia has thrown in some money. I know Lord British has donated some money himself. I see Browncoat Jason there, and many, many, many more familiar names. So just thank you all for the help, and of course, this is your community at work, folks. Of course, the Airy Fund is there for avatars in need, and of course, Bob, he was one of our avatars.
Well, yeah, you have to remember, it's like most of the houses that we live in were designed by Bob.
That's right.
And Bob did a bunch of early furniture. He's done a lot of the environmental stuff that's actually in game.
Now, to add to this, we are of the understanding that there will probably and most likely in the next week be an event held by our favorite hostess with the mostest, Hannah Alpenglow. And Hannah is probably going to be running one of her famous fundraising events out in her town. And of course, for any of you folks who've been out there and know how Hannah does this, for attendance, Hannah usually will donate X amount per attendee who comes out to the party. So if it's $10 per attendee and 20 people show up, well, you do the math. It becomes a lot of money gets donated. And as soon as we have more information on that as well.
We currently don't have a date for that.
It's starting to look like it might be during next week's happy hour.
Yeah, during a Wednesday.
Yes, we'll have the lovely Dr. Eclipse Maiden DJing, and of course all sorts of stuff. But we'll keep you posted of that, and we'll definitely keep you posted of this whole GoFundMe, because this is going to be running through the end of September to help benefit Bob.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So, in conjunction with that, I have one of these, whatchamacallits here, and maybe I'll just, we'll save this for a day or two. But I've already had comments of how cool the cloak is, and of course, one of the first things I did when we got heraldry was made the cult of Bob and the emblem, and I have the cult of Bob heraldry. So I'm thinking
cult of Bob cloak.
I'm gonna offer up maybe. I already have one of these aside from the one my other character is wearing there, but we'll maybe raffle off a couple of Cult of Bob heraldry cloaks for the cause, maybe. We'll have to figure it. We'll have to figure out the details and all that stuff. Yeah. But yes. Let me see if I can pull this up here.
You can examine your NPC.
That's what I'm doing
because I've been doing that.
And yes, that is the Cult of Bob right there for you. And of course, we did it. I had to do it just because I'm a big fan of Bob's. And once we were able to do something like this, but we're going to do something with that to help Bob out. So stay tuned. We'll let you know what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, and we'll figure that out. But again, thank you, Avatars, for stepping up in the first 24 hours of this. And again, greatly appreciate it. Bob appreciates it. He's already expressed his appreciation via Justin. Justin has been in touch, and the forum post there, you can go back, read all that stuff, and keep up on it. And absolutely. Again, love you guys. And again, there's going to be, I know, another Hannah Alpenglow party coming up in October, so stay tuned for that. That's another whole ball of wax.
Oktoberfest is actually in September. So
starts in September, runs into October. It runs both months.
Oktoberfest party, is it going to be in September or October?
He hasn't told us yet, so
okay.
I don't know yet. We might have to fudge it, Jack, and do it in October.
Oh, there we go.
You might fudge it and do it in October? Well, just say you're an American, and that explains everything.
Exactly.
There you go. Anyway, okay, well, there you go. You have it directly from Hannah. Hannah, I didn't realize you were sitting in the room here, and thank you for chiming in on that. Always appreciate it. So there you go, folks.
Yes. Yeah, but moving right along, we did have patches, because don't forget, new release came out last Thursday. And what do we expect after a new release?
Patches.
That's
right.
Yeah, so this build number 827 did come out yesterday afternoon at 1:45, where it fixed the issue that was bug reported on Lunch with Laz and Jack, with remote players' positions could be inconsistent across clients. Highly inconsistent, to where it's like they were on the wrong side of the lot.
You're sitting right next to me, but I can't see you.
Yeah, it's like, what are you talking about? Yes. They've also added the ferocious Obsidian Bears and the Obsidian Destroyer Bears to 2 scenes, finally. Now, so maybe now you can go spend 4 days looking for them again.
Not quite. Now, I know Jothan had some information he relayed earlier, something to do with those bears, and I know he's here.
Are those bears not there?
Something about the taming of the bears is not quite possible yet, so you
can't do what to the bears?
The taming of the bears is not quite possible.
Are you sure it's just not one where it's like you don't have the high enough level for
again, I would ask that if Jothan's paying attention, and he can, either chat it to us or just join us here in a minute. And because there was a bit of information he says Darkstar put out again. One of those, yeah.
Oh, they were seen last night. Woohoo, Eagle.
They were seen, but were they tamed? That's right.
All right, what happened is I was with a tamer that was 150, almost 150 taming, and he was only getting less than 1% to be able to tame those higher end bears.
Wow.
So it's supposed to be fixed eventually. So that's all.
Less than 1% chance.
I think if the bear's that badass, it really should be like maybe approaching 200 skill in order to tame them.
Well, the rate we're going, eventually somebody's gonna bust that. Actually, I know somebody who is working on busting that number, and he's got a nice.
They're working on trying to push 200 skill.
Yeah, I mean, he's got like stupid amounts of millions of experience just stockpiled, and I think his plan is to get several 100 million and then do a triple potion and plow into it. Now, I've heard stories of people having so much experience pooled that when they went out to train certain categories using a triple potion, they had to do something like 5 times, and they GM'd it because all the experience was pulled and put in.
All the pooled.
It was like instant GM. Yeah, I mean, ridiculous. But that was just one story I've heard about that. But meanwhile, just had to get that in there. Back to the Bears, back to the patch notes.
Yep. Then they did do the fix for the location of local players not updating correctly in the guild user interface. The Lost Veil, they fixed an issue where the Spirit of Vigilance had a truncated memory fragment response. Out in the mines, they did move a couple of nodes so that way players can harvest them. Mm-hmm. Out in Blood River outskirts, the Hermit's Treehouse doors will no longer have locks, nor suggest they required a key to be opened. And there is no key, and they cannot be opened. So is it going to have like a wooden board across of it saying you cannot open?
You shall not open.
You shall not pass. They did improve Grok's behavior.
Thank you, everybody. Hannah, thank you very much. Yeah, really. Keep that up. Cheering party.
Yeah. Cheering party.
Yes, I need those bits for SodaCon, folks. I need some beer money. Absolutely.
Hey, man.
But thank you, everybody. Of course, it's thanks to folks like you to keep us coming back day in and day out. Except when Laz has his power.
If I bring my own mug, do I get refills?
On what?
In my mug.
On what?
I don't know.
Where are you bringing your own mug to first? Let's find that out.
I don't know. This weekend it's going to be Celtic Fest.
Oh, well, I don't know. You'll have to ask them.
I know there's no free refills there. I try. Just drink from the kegs.
That's right.
Been there, done that, yeah. Let's see. Then moving right along, they also improved Gorok's behavior in the Obsidian Keep. Maybe his patterns will be a little bit less discernible. Oh, wait, never mind. They want everything to be interpretative dance to where you can just figure out what the patterns are and then just move right around and never get hit.
Econdis keg stands. If you do it right, yeah, you've had a good life.
Man, I think I've done a couple keg stands in my life. They fixed the checkbox toggle for POT tree and grass removers for POT owners and stewards. Yes, the most powerful zombie children will once again drop creepy dollies. I don't know why I read that the first time I did as doilies.
No, dollies. Yes, dollies. Yes, that's right. Yes. Little dollies.
It would have been better if they're creepy doilies on the dollies. Yeah. Glacial Glissade combo damage will now scale correctly. The POT Big Delta, it's now properly connected to its governor.
Being governed correctly.
Out in the Boreas Colossus, or as I prefer to call it, the boring ass Colossus. The one that I hate with how many times did I die doing that one?
I don't know if I would call it boring if you couldn't survive it.
No, but at the same time, it's like they redesigned after we did it.
Yeah, and again, this is something
no one could understand. It's like
new people will just never understand because yes, this is during the time of change, and
it wasn't.
Was an interesting time.
Holy crap! That quest sucked.
Now, while you're talking about that, go ahead and finish that up, and then I'm gonna.
Okay, the dragon no longer engages in combat. Yes, Rarest. And then Airy, they fixed an issue where multiple NPCs were sharing the same name.
Yes.
And that was our patch notes.
Like every single NPC in Airy had the same name.
Hey, now they just tell you that they don't care.
Yes. We don't talk to Outlanders.
And I love hearing that sound effect. I really do.
Yeah, but talking about questions, things, and changes like that, I got a new guy I've been talking to, Unbeliever Dragon, I believe is his name. And one of his first questions was, "What was I foolish for using my dragon name?" And I'm like, no, not at all, dude. You're an older dragon. By all means, use your dragon name. And we've been talking storyline. I've been just giving him bits and pieces and not giving him too much because he seems to be the kind of guy who wants to do the exploring in the storyline like you dig. And he just made a comment to me yesterday, and he goes, "Boy, the rabbit hole runs deep here." And I says, "Dude, you have no idea how deep this rabbit hole goes." Yeah.
Speaking of rabbits, I need to go pick one up.
Pick up a rabbit?
Yep.
You need a death bunny?
Do I have it actually on me? No, I haven't. Well, hold on. I have to pull a rabbit out.
Okay.
What's the rarest rabbit in the game?
Oh, the white rabbit? Or is the white and black spotted rabbit? I forget.
White rabbit.
The white rabbit.
Yeah.
Follow the white rabbit.
The real question is, which of my trunks is it going to be in?
Need that for a bunny-related party, perhaps.
Quite possibly. It's like, which one is it? Or is it in this one?
Oh yes, rabbit stew, Econdas, by all means. Rabbit stew. I don't know why we don't already have it if it's not already in game.
Okay, I've got my white rabbit.
Bring the bunny.
Although that I should have really just dragged it over to my inventory the first time instead of trying to hold it in my hand and then run off my lot.
Because now he's not following you, right? Where did you go?
Well, now he's not in my inventory at all.
What did you do? Try and open the bank?
Well, it's inside of a chest. Come on, where'd he go?
I haven't seen him. Oh, he's hiding around the corner over there.
Summon.
There you go.
There you go. Rename. Cult of Bob.
There you go. We gotta put him in the guild.
Well, it can't. That's a pet.
But anyway, moving right along. Yes, all sorts of great stuff out there. I thought all the vendors in Airy having the same name was a good laugh, personally.
Yeah. Go talk to so-and-so. It's like, which one?
Which one?
Which one?
Yeah, a lot of quests were temporarily borked while that was happening, so hopefully things are back to normal.
All NPCs should be named Hector.
Hector?
Hector. Yep.
All right, moving right along. How about a little stand-up for the boys and girls real quick? Because it's probably going to be a real quick stand-up.
Quite possibly, if I can ever find it. Because it's all the way on page 66.
66.
Yeah, I loved the one from August 30th. No meeting today. Okay, so we do have, today is Tour to Thursday.
That's right.
So the stand-up from Hump Day over in the art department. Damon was prepping new add-on store weapons. Reed finishing some Wyvern work because maybe, just maybe,
he'll make it for release 58.
Then over in design, we did have Bezos working on fishing prep work. Sanyo working on bear spawns and bugs.
Buggy bear spawns.
I know. Over in tech, Bobby.
Bill Bob and Thompson.
Bugs.
Bug.
Q. You gonna do it? No, you're not gonna do it. AI. JY working on bugs.
Bug. And I did. You might not have heard it, but you know.
Yeah, didn't hear it. The Deathbringer one and only also working on bugs.
Bug.
And then the Burning Toad. He's decided that he wants to work on builds.
Bug.
And bugs.
Build.
Yeah, and then your volume just went way down for some reason. Probably headphone related.
Yeah, probably Lily chewing on your headphone jacks.
She would never. I don't know where she's at. I don't think she's in the room right now.
Yeah, but he had to double check just to make sure.
Where are you at, Lily? No, she has been swatting it because.
Yeah, well, swatting it, chewing it, pulling it.
Yeah, I don't have the headphones actually plugged in on this one, and so this one does have a built-in mic, but that is in and not plugged in. So she likes to bat that around.
She bats the extra wire around down there. There you
go. Occasionally tilts her head, opens her mouth, and does weird things with it. I don't know. But the Burning Toad's working on builds and bugs. Over in Studio Services, Chaos is working on moving planning and Amazon planning. Then over in Useless Overhead, the Dippy Bird working on bugs.
Bug.
It.
Love it.
Artifact fixes. Added new player paintings. And then the new office internet planning.
Yes.
Followed by the Dorkstar, who's been working on forum posts. And he's very sorry posts. He only made a few of those.
Those very sorries are becoming unbearable.
Yeah, only a few of those.
Sorry, bud. You got to pick on you. We love you.
Shroud math. Then artifacts and Jira triage. Release 58 planning. Q4 planning. Weekly update. New add-on store weapon review. Recurring spooky items. And store unhide. Live stream prep and new office move prep. Because they are moving offices.
They are in move mode. Yes.
They have a ton of empty space in that office. Apparently.
I believe it. Now, of course, real quick, you gotta love these guys because whoever planned that office, the desks they use are, 4-leg posts,
tables
screwed into the table. Yeah. So you take the computer down, you unscrew 4 legs, you move the table, it's gone. Yeah, whoever bought that furniture was genius, in my opinion.
If you need to go vertical, you just
stack tables on top of each other. Yeah, I mean, it's just genius functionality with those tables in there. I got a kick out of that the very first time I saw that. Or even better, you know, like moving. Yeah.
Well, that used to be their old server rack was 2 tables stacked on top of each other.
Yeah, but it wasn't those tables. I thought it was like two 8-foot banquet tables. I thought it was in the server room.
No, yeah, it might.
I have.
I can't remember. It was still Boeing.
Yeah, that was because it was the 8-foot banquet table. It was Boeing, I believe. I have pictures somewhere. We'll break them out maybe for tomorrow's show.
An 8-foot banquet table will bow even with a normal monitor on it. I mean, given enough time.
But yes, I also have the $7 million video from Dallas, the QA server. Whatever server it was, but anyway. But moving right along is yeah, we got a little time here, so let's delve into what you open with, SodaCon, and all the events happening in SodaCon, because we're just about a month out from that now, and I know there's a lot of people looking for information, so let's get some information up here for everybody.
Now I gotta go find that. There's it.
While we look, please stay tuned.
SodaConAustin.org, that website. It's so distracting. But yeah, I got my tickets. Do you have your tickets?
I do.
You finally bought your own tickets?
You know, I usually, it's funny. I think I've told this story before. That I usually get them on the very first, early bird tickets. Yeah. And somehow this year I just, was busy and missed it altogether.
I didn't have money during the early bird stuff, so I had to wait.
Come on, get over here.
Are you still trying to find SodaConAustin.org?
I'm trying to find the proper posts that I want. I want the King's Dinner.
The King's Dinner post I posted up above. That's just scroll up. Because as you said, the King's Dinner is not directly tied to SodaCon. So even if you do not have a SodaCon ticket, you can still
I want to get the calendar up and all that good stuff so that we can go in some detail here. That's what's taking me a minute. Now I want to get you the calendar so that you can share that as well. I wasn't thinking about doing all that right this, but since we have some time today, we're gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll just leave those bookmarked up there for...
bookmarks. Don't know what those are. It's called open tabs, man. And then you close them because Chrome does a weird update that resets a bunch of stuff, including all of your tabs. And then you cry because you're like, what did I have open?
What was there? I had it all saved and laid out nice and pretty, and there we go. Yeah. Okay, so there's the calendar. And then we get the, there we go. Very cool.
So the unofficial calendar, that's still a work in progress.
Yes, actually, this is pretty much the official agenda as of now, and as you'll see, agenda subject to minor changes. At this point, Zeke has locked up the schedule, and very, very minor changes only with prior authorization. So what's going on, just so everybody knows, is while we are doing the actual SodaCon convention itself, we've figured that eventually this thing was going to get to a point where there was going to be people who want to do all sorts of other things. Now, the King's Dinner was originally something we did last year, and it was just how we had Nick's Cater, and it was a dinner for everybody. And this year, Winfield wanted to make it a little bit more special and make it in a bigger event, and what was decided that anybody wanted to do stuff, especially when EVL announced they were going to be bringing their guild and going to another hotel and having their hospitality, we figured, okay, we're going to get to the point where like something like Dragon Con or MegaCon, there's the actual convention and then there's all these other events that happen during that time frame of the whole event. So rather than try and take that all on, we decided just to let that go and let Winfield do his thing with that. And Winfield's been doing a great job getting all that planned and together. And there's all sorts of other events going on surrounding SodaCon. So, while we have the VIP tours on Thursday, there's a reception for the VIP folks on Thursday night at Opal Divines. But while that reception is going on, there's a room in front that's going to be open to the public and to any of the early attendees to come and hang out and mingle as well. Of course, it's not actually part of the convention, but it's an event happening and a place to go socialize.
Why didn't you do it at Dave & Buster's?
Because we didn't plan it. Again, I'm explaining all this, but apparently you missed all that.
Hey.
And actually, I believe Dave & Buster's was considered for one or two items over the planning period, but was shot down because, Dave & Buster's. Sorry.
Hey, you know what? You got a bunch of adult gamers. You might as well go to an arcade.
If we were talking someplace where I can go get my Space Invaders and Asteroids and stuff on, but these Dave & Buster's just don't offer the right games for us type of arcade style gamer. But anyway, Hooters, there you go. I like that. I like that idea. We can do something with that. But anyway, moving right on.
The Hooters location is Austin's not quite close enough. Whereas Dave & Buster's is like 5 minutes from the hotel. Opal Divines is like 10 or 15.
Yeah, Opal Divines is in the area. Everything is pretty centrally located where we're going to be at the Renaissance. And Renaissance is nearby. The Holiday Inn is nearby. The Marriott is close-ish by. Opal's is close by, Portalarium's close by. Everything is within a pretty close space. But then, of course,
we don't know where Portalarium's moving their offices.
Well,
but I assume it's going to be close by.
But of course, Lord then British the actual convention stuff takes place, and then we have during that time you have your luncheons and your dinners. Now, the dinner on Friday is going to be the King's Dinner. Now, that is an optional event. It's not something that if you're tired after a day, you're required to attend. You're not required. Do we encourage you to attend? Absolutely. It's a great fucking time. It's going to be, and just a trip over to the county line, hanging out, having their food, feeding the ducks, watching the fish and the turtles is worth it if you've never done it before to begin with. Now, Jack will argue that their barbecue is meh, but
on a 5 scale, it's a solid 3.
Okay, which that's not bad in my opinion.
It's just average. That's all it is. It's average.
But they serve a quality product. You're going to get the same product every single time. They give you super huge portions.
We're getting the all-you-can-eat plates.
Well, hello. Can I finish? Thank you. Okay. You get super huge portions when you order just the regular orders. Okay. Now, yes, this is and all you can eat, and you will have, believe me, more than all you can eat. And again, is personally, it's more than I'll ever eat. I've been to the county line several times, and I made that mistake once. But if you've never done it, try it.
I normally when I'm eating at the county line, I just go with a 2-meat platter. And
yeah,
I don't
well, thank you. Well, why do you go with a 2-meat platter? Because their plates are freaking huge. But anyway,
if you want a place with really huge plates, there's better places.
Anyway, nonetheless, that's going on. The play in the Baron's Men, and again, now let me reiterate also that the VIP package includes all this with their ticket prices, and we're even discussing that maybe next year we'll have different tiers that will involve some of these extracurricular activities rolled into your ticket price. But as this is growing, it's becoming, again, a fabulous event. The Baron's Men, again, the VIPs already have the box reserved and paid for due to their VIP ticket, and they're going to get the King seating, Lord British's box, expanded out, and get to see the play. But again, if you've never been, something to experience, going to Castleton, Lord British's property, and seeing one of the plays put on by the Baron's Men. Now, the Baron's Men, again, are the local theater troupe there, and Lord British supports them and the arts there by letting them use the theater on his property. Again, not part of the con, but an event surrounding the con. EVL bringing their after con party to the Hilton Garden. Again, not part of the con, but again, optional stuff for y'all to do. So we've listed all this stuff that is available happening around and during the con. Now, one of the things not listed this year is Scare for a Cure. Now, that I believe is also going on and may get included into the calendar. I don't know. Zeke's been up in the air on that, but we want to try and keep it more soda related these days than going off on, let's go to ACL after the meetings. I mean, and you can do that as well. ACL is going on during SodaCon. So last year we had a couple people had tickets, went off, and after the meetings went off and did the Austin City Limits event. So all sorts of stuff going on and around the SodaCon, and the devs are looking forward to it. We're looking forward to it. But of course, the King's Dinner, tickets are available if you want to get tickets to the event in advance. There is a link right here. Let's get that up for everybody. That's in Discord already, but I want to get it up on screen. And as well, there are cloaks and coins available. I think it comes with the purchase. Is that correct? You buy a ticket for the King's Dinner, and you get the in-game cloak and the coin. All attendees and sponsors get.
Not quite. Yeah.
What do you mean, not quite? You buy a ticket, you get a coin and a cloak.
Yes, if you buy a ticket, but then yeah, then you can always sponsor for more like things like mug.
Yes. Now sponsorships, I'm not going to get in and all that. That you can become a sponsor for the event. Again, I'm going to point you to the website to get that information. But again, we wanted to get this out there for everybody so that they knew about this, because a lot of people already attending this event, and you're going to have people like Scotty and YOLO and Stephen Daniele actually attending this dinner as well, I understand, according to this post. So it's going to be a good time, so go check that out, and we'll be telling you a little bit more the closer we get. Of course, it's coming because it's right around the corner. But meanwhile, moving right along, it is that time. It's past that time.
It is.
It is.
3 minutes past that time.
But we got to tell you about that wonderful NBNN Shroud Avatar app available out there in the Google Play Store, the Apple iTunes Store, or the Amazon App Store. That's right. We went ahead and did it. All of your electronic devices are covered. We've got you in all the stores for all your mobile devices, so you can take Shroud Avatar with you on the go when you go or wherever you go. You can read the Daily Britannian, you can check out the forums, you can check out the Rift map, You can check out the soda map. You can check out social media. You can shop the marketplace, because I love the marketplace. I tell you, as much as I love this shit, I love Shroud Marketplace. I tell you what. And of course, you can check out the NBNN Shroud the Avatar community calendar, which is brought to us every day by our good friends over at HometownHero.com for all your vape juice needs.
That's right. That NBNN community calendar is hosted on nbnn.info. Just click on the calendar button, and then you too can see that lovely Google public calendar. That is actually an aggregate of all of the Google public calendars related to Shroud of the Avatar that guy knows about. If you have a Google public calendar, or if you want to add events to the NBNN Shroud community calendar, email that guy. news@nbnn.info, and he might do something with it eventually, and I may or may not read it out, depending on whether or not you tip me.
Cryptocurrency.
Yes. All times on the community calendar are Central Time in the real world, but we prefer to refer to it as Nude Britannia Time.
Nude
Monday through Friday.
Britannia Time.
12s and 6s around the clock when ever we feel like it. There's this little thing on Radio Free Britannia called Lunch.
RFB.
With us. At 7 p.m. this evening on Radio Free Britannia is the 70s at 7, and the final event of this evening is also on Radio Free Britannia, and that is the Wicked Womb.
The Wicked Womb on Radio.
Yeah, it is a slow day, and
it is. We're a week into release 57, but again, there's
Thursday,
still
man.
all sorts of stuff we haven't covered. Coming off the holiday weekend, so everybody's having that what the hell happened to my week feeling, I'm sure, like we are. And of course, I just got to remind you that you're watching Lunch with Lads and Jack right here on nbnn.info, twitch.tv/Genesis, or twitch.tv/NBNN News, catching us in replays on YouTube or on the in-game radios. We thank you all very much, and we do appreciate it. And of course, like you guys out there today, I mean, I gotta love it. Eagle and Nimu and Hannah, you know, cheering during the show. Thank you all again, all you guys and gals who are regular supporters who donate. We appreciate it. Again, cryptocurrency is accepted over on Jackstream. You can use your Amazon Prime accounts. You all know you have them. You all have those Prime accounts. I know it. And you get a free sub. We'd appreciate it if you use those every month on our streams. And of course, you can always become a patron and or sponsor by going to patreon.com/NBNN and throwing a couple coins our way that way. Patreon, you can get everything from just some Discord titles, some digital rewards, and our recorded podcast daily for you to go back and check out if you missed a show and you want it on demand, as well as physical goods, everything from t-shirts, hats, bumper stickers, coffee mugs, up to a custom jacket. If you want to become a sponsor at that level, we'll make you really feel special. So check it out, NBNN's Patreon. And of course, we appreciate all your support out there. What happened here? I guess it helps if I'm right there. Don't forget, the Airy Fund is working on the Cult of Bob fundraiser. Become a supporter today and play for a cause. Check out theairyfund.org. And of course, go out to the forums. Check out the fundraiser we've got going as a GoFundMe for Bob the Builder. And help out Bob Cooksey, because he can use our help. And we know what he's done for us, and we just want to do a little giving back. SodaCon Austin 2018, what can I say? I just told you all about it. It's going to be an event. Tickets are on sale through October 2nd. Tickets to the King's Feast now available. And of course, if you want tickets to the play, again, there's a link all out there for you to check out. Those are all separate entry fees on those, so just check those out and go take a look at it. Now, of course, a lot of that stuff is just open to the public, so again, keep that in mind as well. Legit from Hometown Hero. If you're looking for vape juice and you're looking for vape juice on the cheap, tasty vape juice by our good friends over at HometownHero.com. Local Austin wholesalers, they bottle in small batches, and of course the prices are unbeatable. Of course, you can try a free sample. Just send them your email and pay shipping, and you'll get a bottle like the bottle Jack's about to hold up and show you there. There you go. And
I did it. I did it. Yes. I really did it.
And 2 days, right? 2 days time, you filled it out, and you had that bottle in 2 days. Yes. Yeah. And of course, Jack has also used our promo code to get shipping and vape juice and saved himself a bundle. Don't forget, use the promo code NBNN when you check out at HometownHero.com. You'll save 20% off your purchase price of any of their vape juice. Coilmore Wands, putting the magic in your hands. I don't know where that wily elf is. I know I've seen him online. He just hasn't been spending any time in here. But if you're looking for custom wands or staves, and if you can find them, Arius Coilmore is your man. Same thing for Shroud's music service. If you're looking for a wandering bard to play your event, Shroud's music service is just the thing for you. Lonely and want some company? You can hire Shroud. The Britannian Mining Company wants you to come check out Black Rock Cove. That's right, Black Rock Cove, located in the Quell region, next to the town of Exeter, has all the goods you'll need for all your crafting needs. Don't forget to check them out with rock-solid prices on all those goods across the board, because that's what guild pricing does for you. Located near those mines you want to be near as well. RelicsByRill.com for all your licensed Shrouded Avatar swag, t-shirts, hats, hoodies, and much, much more. RelicsByRill.com. And of course, you know it, promo code NBNN saves you 10% when you check out at RelicsByRill.com. WRFB Radio Free Britannia, bringing you the latest in news and entertainment 24/7 around the clock, right here on the in-game radio and of course on the internet. And last but definitely not least, my favorite sponsor, my favorite site, ShroudMarketplace.com, because it puts money in my bank while I'm sleeping. That's why.
And when you're awake.
And when I'm awake. That's right. It's like, selling those in-game goods that I no longer need. Selling those consumable goods that everybody needs.
Anything and everything that's game-related.
You name it. That's right.
As long as it's not a bannable offense.
As long as it's not nailed down.
Yeah. ShroudMarketplace.com. Anything and everything. From accounts to game gold, crowns of the obsidian. Couple people selling their Shroud box. Collectors sealed, still in the cellophane. Does it have a signed map? Does it not have a signed map? Who knows? Hey, it's a lottery.
I've got one still in the box, not even open.
That's what I was.
No. Still in the mailing box. It hasn't even been opened out of the mailing box.
Yeah.
Still in the original mailing package. Has not been touched.
Completely sealed.
Yes.
Yes. But yes, anything and everything from accounts to game gold, crowns of the obsidian, including services, can be bought or sold at Shroud Marketplace. And the great thing is, you too can register as a vendor and start selling your stuff at Shroud Marketplace. Over 135 different players are registered as vendors, and each one's responsible for setting their own prices and maintaining their own inventory.
I hear we've got some new stores.
Some new, the La-Di-Da Farms.
La-Di-Da Farms.
Yeah.
I know. I only noticed because Caffeine was bragging that he pointed somebody in our direction over to the marketplace there, and he says, somebody was telling me he was having a hard time selling something, so I sent him over to marketplace.
Yeah.
So I know we've had some new people.
It's just a matter of registering and clicking on vendor registration, and then start filling stuff out, and then you click. Once you're logged in, you click on vendor products and create new product, and boom, you can start putting your stuff in. It's so easy. Laz can do it.
I can do it.
Yeah,
That's right.
It's
that
like,
says a lot.
Yeah. Anything and everything. I mean, you can go through some of our featured vendors and see what they're doing. And I mean, it's like you'll see all kinds of stuff. I mean, you can go visit my shop at Shroud Marketplace. That's Synesis stuff. You can
get
go
one
to
of them white rabbits.
What rabbit? Did you see a white rabbit available?
Oh, I don't know. Is there?
There is no longer a white rabbit available in the store.
I know there was one, wasn't there?
There was.
That's right.
It's no longer available.
Just making sure I knew I was right there.
Yeah. But yes, you can even find things from some dude offering a wedding service at Shroud Marketplace.
Yeah, I tell you what, you name it, you can find it. ShroudMarketplace.com. And of course, Lazarus Long's Weddings and More, because it's not just weddings, it's a whole lot more. If you're looking to get hitched, we got you covered. Looking for ore, we got you covered. Looking for that unsealed box, that sealed box and the sealed box, we got you covered there too. So check out Weddings and More by Laz, because it's not just weddings, it's a whole lot more, especially lot deeds.
Anything and everything at ShroudMarketplace.com.
That's right.
But you know what time it is?
I do, sadly. It's time for us to say goodbye to all the lovely peoples out there joining us today. And of course, we thank you all for joining us. As always, we'll be back with more tomorrow right here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. And Eagle, thank you for joining us. Always great to see you out there. We'll be back with more tomorrow right here on NBNN.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Cheers.